All right, you guys, for those of you that have been watching my trail camera pickup videos over the years know that I have a love-hate relationship with the bears. I think just in the last couple years alone, I've had 3 trail cameras eaten by bears down in the swamp. So I figured if you can't beat them, might as well join them. And that's why I'm here today, to show you guys my new BIrch Grolar electric bike. This is the BIrch Grolar. As the name implies, if a grizzly bear and a polar bear had a baby, this is what it would look like. This monster of an electric bike. And I want to start off by saying that this bike is not for everyone. This bike is marketed as a hunting e-bike. It is super heavy duty. You guys know that I usually like to do my unboxing and review videos out in a nice scenic area, but I was not able to do that with this bike. This bike came delivered in an 18-wheeler and a forklift, and wherever that box hit the ground, that's where I had to put this thing together. So in the warehouse of where I work, I was able to assemble this bike, which really didn't take much. It came 95% assembled. All I had to do was put on the front headlight, the front rack, had to put on the handlebars and the pedals, and that was it. So the box that this thing came in was super huge and heavy. There's no way I was getting it in the back of my SUV. So that was the unboxing and assembly portion of this review video. But now I'm just going to go and do a quick walk around, go over some of the specs and the features of the bike, and then we'll do a road test. I've been out here camping for the last 2 days, and I have put this thing to the test, and it is so much fun to ride. So let's go ahead now, and we'll just do a quick walk around, go over some of the specs and features. Just like we normally do, we'll start here at the front. As you can see, this thing has 26 by 4-inch fat tires. One thing I like about this bike is this front rack. I was able to put my sleeping bag here on the front, but you could put any number of things on there. A cooler, camping gear, hunting gear, so whatever you have, having this front rack is really nice. Got a nice LED headlight. Right here you can see something a little bit different than my other electric bikes is it's got dual full suspension forks, almost like a motorcycle. So this thing is super heavy duty. You got air adjustments here. There's a valve under here where you can put air in to stiffen the shocks. You can also change the compression. You can take air out to make them a little more soft. So depending on the terrain that you're in, you can adjust the full front suspension there. Coming down here to the front wheel, you can see this is something different than the other e-bikes. This one has got dual motors. This has got a 750 watt motor in the front wheel as well as the rear wheel. Got 180 millimeter brake rotors. You can see here we got the Tektro hydraulic brakes. That's your caliper right there. Looking at the seat right here, something this bike has that I think is a really nice feature. It's got a suspension seat post that goes up and down like a shock absorber. You can open this lever here and change the height to whatever you want. Lock that down, but the suspension seat post goes up and down when you go over bumps, and that is really nice. It makes for a really comfortable ride. I've taken this bike through some rough terrain that you're going to see in a little bit later, and everything has been super comfortable. Down here you got your rear 750 watt motor. Again, 180 millimeter brake rotor, Tektro hydraulic brake caliper there. Again, very responsive. You got a nice metal fender on there. This rear rack is really nice. Most of my other electric bikes have had a rear rack on there. This one I think can hold up to 100 pounds. I had my tent and my photo tripod strapped down on this rear rack. Got it out here to the campsite, so that was really nice to have my sleeping bag up here on the front rack. I had my tent and my tripod here on the rear rack, so everything I needed I was able to carry out here on those 2 racks. Coming around to the rear, you can see we got a nice tail light that does have left and right turn signals. Down here is where you have your derailleur for when you're pedaling the bike, and you have all your different gears right here. So adjusting the lever up on the handlebars for your gears, the derailleur will put the chain where it needs to go. This is something here that I really like. This is an idler pulley that you can see is on an angle. It's elevated. So when you're going through areas with tall grass or a lot of sticks sticking up, having this elevated, you don't get your chain knocked off or damaged by having this idler pulley up at this angle. Here's your pedal and your sprocket. You got your torque sensor in there. So that's pretty much it for a walk around of the bike. Let's come up here now to the cockpit. Right over here is where you have your power button. You just press and hold that button on the side, and that will turn on your LCD screen on the front. Nice color LCD screen. Starting over here on the left side, you have your turn signal left and right. You have your pedal assist levers adjustments right here, up and down. If you press and hold the plus sign, you can see that's how you turn on your headlight. It does have automatic headlights, so that comes on when it's dark enough, but if you wanted to turn it on manually, you just press and hold that. This little button right here is pretty interesting. You see it just shows a little foot as if you're walking. If you press and hold this down, the bike will go forward at kind of a walking pace. So if you're in an area where it's tough terrain or you're going up a hill, there's no way you're going to push this 110-pound bike up the hill like that. So if you press and hold this walk assist, hold it down, the bike will go on its own at a nice comfortable pace that lets you walk with it. Let's come over here real quick to the gears for when you're pedaling the bike. You have 9 gears, and you have pull on this one to go one way, and then you use your thumb to go the other way. You got your Tektro hydraulic brakes there again. Right here is your half twist throttle. Coming back to the display here, you can see if I press the pedal assist lever up, go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, and you can see how the colors change when you're going up and down the mode. So I think that's pretty cool. So 1 in blue, kind of safe. Then you got the green, 3, and then 4 and 5 are in red. So when you're in 4 and 5, you better pay attention because this thing will take off on you. This button over here at the bottom, you press and hold it, and you go into your different settings. So you can change your display, advanced settings. You hit the button on the side as kind of an enter. You got your different assist levels. You got your drive mode. Right now it's an auto, meaning it'll put power to both wheels when needed. You can go to front and rear. Again, that's on all the time, front and rear. You can do front only, or you can do rear only. So you have different modes that you can put the wheels, the motors in, so you can get more power when you need it, or if you're trying to conserve battery in your range, maybe only have one of the 2 motors engaged to where you can save on battery. You got your different pedal assist levels, your throttle adjustments, the assist sensitivity you can adjust, some of the speed sensors. A lot of these things don't have to change. I did change the speed limit. I think it came out of the box for 20 miles an hour. I did raise it up to 25, and you can just change your wheel size. 26 inch is what I have, so I'm going to keep that there. And then you just hit the side button to exit, and now you're back to the nice LCD display. But you got your speed there, your trip, your wheel motors, which motors are active. Right now both of them are because they're both orange, so you get a lot of good information on the LCD screen here. So that's pretty much it for the walk around and going over the specs. Like I say, I've been out here camping the last 2 days, and I have put this thing to an off-road torture test that I'm going to show you. But for now, let's go ahead and we'll go out to the dirt road on the way to the campsite, and we will just do a quick on-road test where I'll go through the different pedal levels as well as the different pedal assists and show you how the throttle and everything works. So we'll get this baby up into mode number 1 and let's go. Woo! Well, all right, it's time to do the road test and performance review of this monster. I always like to do my performance review segments with the bike in the off position. That'll just show you that in the event that you deplete your battery or something electrical goes wrong with the motors and you're not able to use the motors, that you can always pedal the bike like a normal bike. And I have it in gear number 1 already. As you can see, the LCD screen's off, so there's no power to the motors at all. We'll go ahead and take it off the kickstand. We'll climb aboard here. You can just pedal normally. I'm in gear number 1, and I'm able to pedal just like a normal bike with no problem. I can go up to gear number 2. Gear number 3, you get a little more resistance, get a little more speed. This right here is my favorite pedaling gear. You're not having to work too much with your legs, but you're able to ride along very comfortably. And go up to gear 4, gets a little more pressure on your legs. 5, 6, 7, does have up to 9 gears. I don't really see going much higher than this because you're not gaining more speed, but you're just getting a lot more pressure on your legs. There's a deer up there running. 2 of them. All right, go up to gear 8, gear 9. Yeah, my thighs are burning. You're just working too hard up in gear 9 trying to pedal this 110-pound beast. So we'll go ahead and we'll stop right here, and then we'll turn the bike on and we'll go through the different pedal assist levels. So again, you just press and hold that button right there. You see it comes on in mode number 1. You just need to be careful that if you adjust or move the throttle or start pedaling, it's going to take off on you. So we'll go ahead, starting off in mode number 1, and I am going to start pedaling. And right away, that torque sensor kicks in the motors. I'm pedaling, but I'm not feeling any resistance at all. It'll go up to the highest speed level for pedal assist mode number 1, and then it will kind of plateau if I hit the plus sign to go up to mode number 2. You can see there, revs a little higher, get going a little faster. You can hit mode number 3. Just pedal a little harder, a little faster. That torque sensor will cause the motors to rev up. Mode number 4. And then the highest level, pedal assist number 5. Combination of pedaling, and I can use the throttle to get up to that 25 mile an hour. Whew. I don't want to scare the cows here. Hey, cow. Oh, man. You better move, cow. I'm on a half grizzly bear, half polar bear. You don't want to mess with me. Oh, this guy. Yeah. Get. The Grolar wins again. Whew. All right, so we'll let her coast down here. Come to a stop here by these cows. See what they're up to. Whew. Hey, cows. Oh no, don't go that way. Well, that's pretty much it for the road test and performance review, guys. This thing is super responsive, very powerful. On these smooth roads right here, it has no problem getting up to speed. The front suspension and the seat post suspension, very comfortable, even when there's some of these little washboard on the dirt road here. Just smooths it right out. So now I'm going to show you guys some of the off-road torture tests that I put this thing through over the past couple days, and then we'll end up back at the campsite and we'll do one final walk around and wrap up. Oh yeah. Let's give this thing a true off-road test on these tight mountain bike trails. Whoa. Woo. Up these hills, no problem. Just give it a little bit of throttle and those dual motors kick in, get you up these hills with no problem. Going over all these bumps with these pine tree roots. There's suspension in the front and the suspension seat post gives it a very comfortable ride. Just give it the throttle and you're able to turn in these sharp turns. Yo. Woo. Give it some throttle in the straightaways. All right, I'm coming up on what I know is going to be a very muddy area of the trail. So this is going to be a good test to see if these dual motors can get us through here. It's already feeling really soft beneath me. It's back wheel starting to fishtail a little bit, but if I just give it a little bit of gas, it just pulls it right through. Wants to fishtail some, but that's just showing you that those dual motors are spinning both wheels. Got right through that with no problem. Yeah. Coming into this oak hammock right here, I know this is going to be one of the roughest areas. I've been in here on foot a few times, but never on a bike. So let's see if we can make it through this minefield of fallen trees and debris and this soft sand. Let's see if we can make it through here. Whoa. All you gotta do is you give it a little bit of throttle when you start to feel it wanting to stop or fall over, and it just rights itself and you're able to get right through. Here's a big fallen tree. No problem. Right over it. These little ruts that you see here are from cows walking through here. It's a nice open spot. The suspension on the front just really makes it comfortable, and the suspension seat post makes it really nice. So you can sit here and just keep your feet on the pedals, keep your balance, stability, but the seat post just makes it very smooth. You're able to get through these rough areas. Whoa, that was bumpy. The soft sand, but it's just give it a little bit of throttle and you're able just to power right through. So that was no problem. You've never been able to make that on a pedal bike. So an electric bike, especially one with dual motors, fat tires, was able to get through that area no problem. Whew. And we made it. There's the cows. Whew. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that off-road torture test. I've been out here camping for the last couple days, and I have definitely put this thing to the test. I've taken it in some muddy areas, taken it into those oak hammocks, taken it through the pine uplands, and this thing has definitely performed better than expected. I really enjoy the front rack, these heavy-duty front shocks, the suspension seat posts, rear racks, dual motors. This bike has got it all. So I really want to thank Birch for reaching out to me to give me this opportunity to review this bike. I normally don't like doing product reviews, but when I get the opportunity to review a product that I think is going to enhance my channel and allow me to get out places that I've never been before, I jumped at the opportunity. So if any of you hunters that watch my trail camera pickup video, if you or anyone you know want one of these heavy-duty off-road hunting e-bikes, there is an affiliate link in the description below. It'll take you right to birchhunters.com. There's also a discount code I'll put in the description below, but if you use that affiliate link, it'll take you right to the website, and the discount is already applied. So again, Birch, thanks for reaching out to me to give me the opportunity to review this bike. I know it's really going to enhance what I do and hopefully allow me to do more in the future, and you're definitely going to be seeing this bike again soon because I used it to put a trail camera out in a remote spot that I've never even been before. So it's already paying off. So thanks for watching, you guys.